Welcome to the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. Sister, spiritual inspiration shared through the arts. Sister, spiritual inspiration shared through Ayana. Welcome, my brothers and my sisters. You are listening live to Coming to the Stage on the Sister Speak Show. I am the host, creator, and producer of the Sister Speak Show, Ayana, and it is my pleasure, oh my goodness, it is my pleasure to converse with you all this evening. Oh goodness, brothers and sisters, if you just think back just for a minute, you will know that we are celebrating our 1 year anniversary. That's right. Yesterday marks 1 year that the Sister Speak Show came on the scene. I want to thank everybody for listening, supporting all of my special guests, all of the international listeners. Oh my goodness. Shout out. I mean, we are literally entering into continents and you are listening. Thank you so much for your support. I'm very grateful to be here. I'm very grateful to vibe out with you. The purpose and the passion of the Sister Speak Show is definitely permeating the atmosphere, my brothers and sisters. So check this all the way in, because if you check it out, then you'll forget it. Look. Look. Oh, when I tell you that I have a very special guest this evening. Yeah, we're going to start it off popping. I have a very special guest this evening, my brothers and sisters. Oh, yes, I didn't forget about you. I'm always thinking about you. So listen, I'm going to obviously introduce my special guest in a very proper way. You know how we do it on the Sister Speak Show. But you are listening to Coming to the Stage live. We are recording live from Dallas, Texas. Coming to the Stage, where we focus on poets, poetess, actors, actresses, film directors, movie producers, and those who are in that genre. Oh my goodness, the thespians. Oh yes, those who are in Black theater. You know, I am here for you, you know, and this is where you get to come and be highlighted. You get to share your passions, your purpose. You get to just really let everybody know why you are on and popping. Look, it's about making the known on the Sister Speak Show. So listen, to all of my first time listeners, I just want to go ahead and just, make you feel comfortable and let you understand why you are listening to a syndicated podcast on Amazon Alexa. You can also catch us on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, TuneIn Radio, and Tumblr. Excited about that, as well as Spreaker, the home foundation for where this entire podcast began, brothers and sisters. So check this out. The Sister Speak Show consists of 6 segments, and in those segments, you're going to be able to get special guest interviews, live performances, in-studio interviews, as well as live on-location reports. The special guests, what is that? The special guests who will be on the Sister Speak Show are dynamic, and they are impacting the communities with their passions. The Sister Speak Show is a talk show that will keep your mind and your soul informed, energized, and encouraged. That's what it's about. Oh my goodness, that is the foundation of why we even speak on the Sister Speak Show. Encouragement. And you'll see why. So listen, you're listening to a cultural renaissance platform that influences a climate that is conducive to who you are and who you should be. No reckless entertainment, just responsible listening nourishment. We don't go dumb, we go wisdom on the Sister Speak Show, my brothers and sisters. Now that I have filled you in on why we are the flavor in your ear and why you need to add us to your podcast shuffle, my brothers and sisters, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Quick! We'll be right back. Ooh, and then my special guest. Ooh, oh my gosh. Fire. And look, we let it blaze here on the Sister Speak Show. We let that fire burn, okay? Let it burn. We'll be right back. Don't make me come looking for you. You're listening live to Coming to the Stage. I am your host, Ayana. Let's get it and let's go.
Live this Tuesday on Coming to the Stage on the Sister Speak Show from Oakland, California. My special guest, Amir, actor in the web series Money and Respect, as well as a fashion model. We will discuss Amir's role as Brian on the web series Money and Respect, as well as his purpose, his passions, and his perspective on the entertainment industry. I'm excited about this interview. This is The Speak Show, a syndicated podcast on Amazon Alexa, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. The latest episode of the tour is available on demand on the Sister Speak Show. On this episode, women in a male-dominated music industry, using sex to sell music, the meeting of a Fifi, and Key Sterling with the Keep Encouraging Your Self-Empowerment Summit. This is The Speak Show, a syndicated podcast on Amazon Alexa, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action, a talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve. Listening to the Sister Speak Show is even easier now with the new abilities available from Spreaker Skill on Amazon Alexa. With Spreaker on Alexa, you can now listen to the Sister Speak Show from even more places from all around the world. You also have navigation control, fast forward and rewind podcasts to make sure you never miss a second of your favorite show. And then you can ask for show recommendations like the Sister Speak Show, where contemporary meets vision, sound, and action. A talk show for great minds that create, inspire, and evolve.
Welcome back, my brothers and sisters. You are listening live to the Coming to the Stage on the Sister Speak Show. Oh, it is going all the way up. I have 6 segments, my brothers and sisters. I definitely don't want to call this the wrong one. You are listening to Coming to the Stage, and you heard it right. Oakland, stand up. What's poppin'? That's right, Amir. My special guest this evening. He is an actor, fashion model, and definitely much more. Part of a wonderful cast on a wonderful web series. Yes, called Money and Respect. MC Films. Shout out, to everybody on that cast. Everybody who's listening. Shout out to the Bay Area. Shout out to all of Amir's supporters. What's up? How you doing? I hope you're pressing through and you be encouraged. So before he calls in, I just wanted to share something with you all, because when it comes to the entertainment industry, it's serious. And there are so many brothers and sisters who are talented. And when it comes to quote-unquote Black Hollywood, and when it comes to quote-unquote the Black theater, and when it comes to Black actors as a whole, there are so many struggles that they face. And so being it that the foundation of Coming to the Stage deals with your voice and theater and speaking and acting, I didn't stumble, because when you stumble, you ain't walking right. I was looking for something that would just set the mood, just to bring awareness. Now, you may have heard what I'm about to play, but one thing that we do here is that we keep it popping, and we always like to make that wisdom. We always serve wisdom. So you may have had chicken last week. Does that mean you don't want chicken this week? Walk with me. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, brothers and sisters. I got something for you because I just want to set this stage. I love listening to poetry. I love listening to, people command the stage and just bring awareness to what is going on. And a lot of times when you step on the stage, a lot of times when you're acting, a lot of times when you're doing improv, just a lot of times when you're commanding the attention of your brothers and sisters, you're able to really get out what's real. You're able to say, you know what, I've been going through this, I've been going through that, and I'm going to use this platform to get it out. Sometimes, depending on the character, you're able really to bring it right to home and have the looking or listening audience relate to you because you've been through it. So, without further ado, I want to bring this brother to the stage who is definitely not a stranger to the industry. Let's just listen to him share his bars about the industry. Wait a minute, we got to get this right. So this brother right here, I think you all know who he is. Here we go. DMX, the industry.
That's what's up. I appreciate it. What I'm going to speak on is the thing that's on my mind the most. You know what I'm saying? The thing that we all got to deal with every day, but don't really know. The industry. The industry. Man, it's not the same. Doesn't have to do with talent. It's about playing the game. The industry. Real niggas is dying to get in. The industry. Justifying they don't fit in. The industry ain't what it used to be. The industry's trying to control the way you MC. They want you to dress like this and talk like that. But I'm going to dress like this and talk with the bat. The industry got your word meaning nothing. The industry, fuck what you heard because he's bluffing. The industry, money, bitches, hate, but I dare you to try to take a fucking thing off my plate. The industry like, wait, but in the streets we like, get 'em. 17 up in that thing, catch 'em sleeping and hit 'em. The industry, if you ain't got a strong mind, the industry will break you down, it's a matter of time. The industry, vultures with nothing to feast on. See me, I'm getting my beast on. The industry, stay in the dirt, play in the dirt, test the wrong one in the industry and you will get hurt. I'm not an industry artist, I'm an artist in the industry. So I do what the fuck I want because nobody can finish me. The industry, wanted, dead or alive, new artists to sell their souls in the way they survive. The industry don't give a fuck about you, but the industry couldn't make a dime without you. The industry, I'm sick of this industry shit. The industry playing them like a industry bitch. They tried to finish me quick, but I am long, so I stand strong. Fuck a beat. Listen to the words in the damn song. I only know how to speak the truth, you know what I'm saying? So I got a little short joint I'm gonna hit you with, you know what I'm saying? And it basically reflects on my relationship with the industry. This is what it is. Often, my words fall on deaf ears. Motherfuckers be listening, but don't hear. Talking to a nigga, he be sitting right here. I be like, where you going? Nigga be like, yeah. Thank you.
Welcome back, my brothers and sisters. Let's give a round of applause for Brother DMX. You are listening live to the tour, to coming to the stage of the Sister Speak Show. I feel like we were listening to the tour. My goodness. Drop that beat. Yes. Coming to the stage, my brothers and sisters, where we focus on the voice, actors, actresses. You know, one thing that I just wanted to say, I really respect acting. I used to do plays. I wanted to be an actress. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I think it's about to be on and popping. Brothers and sisters calling in live to coming to the stage on the Sister Speak Show. Oh, yes, I promised you. Let's give a round of applause for Amir. How you doing, my brother? I'm doing well. You know, I am thoroughly excited to be interviewing you, really vibing out with you this evening.
I'm most definitely excited. I'm ready to talk with you.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. So, how's everything going in the town? What's the weather like today?
It's pretty hot today. Everything is doing good, though, in the town. It's all right. I'm busy, but the town is pretty mellow. It's cool.
That's what hey, you got to always expand the brand. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Definitely. Well, out here, it is I'm going to tell you, the temperature is on well done. It is so seriously hot out here in Dallas. Real talk.
Okay. How long you been out there in Dallas? Because you say you're from the town.
Yeah, well, I've been in the Bay. I lived in the Bay Area, close to Richmond and El Sobrante. I lived out there for 25 years. Came out here in 2011.
Okay. That's cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm from North Oakland.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, I did my schooling at Oakland Tech. So, yeah.
Okay.
Graduated in 04 with Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm a Bay boy.
Represent.
Dynamite's coming up, growing up. Went to Claremont, went to Oakland Tech, so for surely a Bay boy.
Definitely. No, I appreciate that information. You know, I was just looking at a documentary on Oakland Tech this morning. So it's really interesting that you said that. But you know what, Amir? I just wanted to say, like, this is how I found you. I'm looking through YouTube, doing my research and my history. And I'm always into, supporting my brothers and sisters who are independent on their grind. And I stumbled across I browsed across Money and Respect. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, this is a series? Okay. And before that, what had even got me to even paying attention to films such as Money and Respect or web series such as Money and Respect was I saw Snow in the Bluff. And when I saw that on Netflix, it just kind of turned me on to it's like a different depiction that's going on, that's being told. And I just wanted to learn more about what's going on. Because, I may not necessarily be in it all the way, but to be able to watch it, you know what I'm saying? It just allows me to be able to just say, okay, this is what's going on. So when I saw Money and Respect, I was like, okay, I like this. And I was like, oh, episode 2, episode 3. I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna work. And like it's consistent.
Definitely. To elaborate on the show.
Yes.
The writer and the director, Lamar Lomax, the person that put this whole thing together, his vision was to show, how small, the city of Oakland really is. Like, everybody, that's out of state, Atlanta, New York, we got like a big reputation, but it's actually a small place. Like once you really get here and you get to, know the area, the landscape, you can pretty much, on a Sunday morning, you can drive through Oakland, North Oakland, East Oakland in 20 minutes without no traffic.
Yeah, for sure.
He just wanted to show with, a few main characters. I play one of the main characters on the series, Money and Respect, Brian.
Yes.
And it's a few things that, I'm connected to in this small, big city, this big reputation, but actually small city. So it's a lot of action going on that's connected to a few of the main characters in the series. And I can't give away too much,
right.
But it's definitely a suspense. Your audience out there in Dallas should definitely tap in.
Oh, they are.
Web series on YouTube, Money and Respect, but it's based on the city of Oakland. All Oakland actors. It's real organic. You know what I mean? I believe we are the first to do an Oakland-based web series with real life Oakland actors.
It's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. I don't mean to cut you off. I just had to say it's beautiful. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, like I said, we've only been on for about 6 months. It's our first season. We premiered it in March. Our season finale is actually coming up this Friday, August 10th. And it's been amazing though. The love that we got from the city, and surrounding cities around Oakland has been amazing, and we appreciate it. And for sure, we are out of state. Our out of state fan base, we definitely appreciate it.
Definitely.
When you had contacted me, that was just like my point. I was just like, wow, somebody in Dallas, like a podcast station that's reaching out to us, and that's big. So, I definitely appreciate that. Thank you.
I thank you. I was like, I hope he responds. And you were like, ask me a question. I was like, here it goes. I'm like, I need that interview because it's just like you said, watching it and just watching the series. One thing that I studied acting. I did playwriting, and wrote a play, studied acting. So I really have a respect for the craft. And when I saw it, what I like about the series is, like you said, okay, Oakland-based actors. That's beautiful. Keeping it in-house, you know what I mean? And what it does for the web series is it makes it extremely believable. It makes it realistic because if you're from the town, the lingo, what's up, everything. So it just makes everything be, just more authentic. You know what I mean?
Most definitely. And that was just one of the reasons that I was actually excited too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a fan of, series, and some of the times, when it's based on the city, everyone isn't really actually from the city.
Right.
So when a director, like I said, Lamar Lomax, put everything together, and he put the cast together. Wow. And it was just like a beautiful thing because, he was able to bring people from Oakland, and for the people that don't know, Oakland is divided into 3 parts, north, west, and east. And the director was able to bring people from all 3 parts of Oakland and, put them on this stage. And, for us to, make this web series. So that was also like a real off the camera, for me to be able to meet some cool people, you know what I mean, in the city that I wouldn't have probably met if it wasn't for this web series.
Wow.
And just throughout all the changes that's going on right now throughout probably the whole world with gentrification, you know, it's so cool to have a connection with, you know, some of the cool people that's still left in your city, and we able to do, you know, a show and create some magic like this for you guys, you know.
Yes.
So,
It's beautiful. Like I said, you know, when you've lived in the Bay Area for as long as I lived in the Bay Area, it's like, oh, okay, I know that part. I know that part. It's just like, it's almost kind of like, you know, the difference between eating fast food and getting some good home cooking. You're like, the town. You know what I'm saying?
That's just why, you know, we got the love that we got, because everybody, you know, probably without saying it wanted to say, like, man, we waiting for something to come from home.
For sure.
From the home base.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So when we finally hit them, we're like, yo, we're really from Oakland. This is about the city of Oakland. Everybody from Vallejo, Stockton, just surrounding cities and out of state, like I said, and maybe people from out of state was waiting to get to know a little bit more about Oakland. You know what I'm saying? To see another side of Oakland that they never seen before. And the web series is like, you know, it's real organic. It's real raw.
It is. It is. And, you know, it's just like when you know, the first episode and what I want my listening audience to do, you know, because I don't want to give everything away. You've got to watch it for yourself. You know, and you can't come in on episode 5. You know, you've got to start with episode 1, and you're going to watch it back to back to back to back to back, because you're like, what's about to happen next? Because, you know, we trying to figure out, okay, how Brian went from just minding his business to getting caught up, you know what I mean? And what's going to go on, you know, with the laptop, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, all this other type of stuff. And, you know, I don't want to give everything away. Y'all got to watch it. But, you know, I am locked in. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I went to YouTube this past Friday, like, where's episode 12? I was like, where is it? And, you know, right.
This Friday.
Right. But that, to me, that's like a major shout out to you guys, because it lets you know I'm waiting. I'm anticipating. I want to watch it. Like, it's, you know, it's better to me than watching, because cable TV and all that stuff is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I'm into the real. Like, show me something that I can relate to. You feel me?
Right.
All day long.
And I get the connection. Like I said, I think that's just for the whole cast. Like, you know, for the whole cast of Money and Respect, you know, it's like a special energy that we get from actually being here, and the people just come up to us and give us so much love. You know, they just like how we really perform and tell these stories, you know, to the best of our ability, you know what I mean, to, you know, the most authenticness of our ability. You know what I mean? So, you know, they love it. We love to perform for them, you know, and it just feels so good to be able to do something for the home team.
Right. And that's big, you know, and also because, you know, I was watching, I can't remember which episode it was, forgive me for that, but where you all had incorporated the parade. I said, I looked.
That was one of my favorites.
Oh my gosh. Brilliant.
I actually told the director that was one of my favorite episodes.
Brilliant. It was brilliant. I said, now this is what you call continuity, because a lot of people don't understand that continuity is a make or break for anything that you put out that you want people to watch, you know? And I said, they got the parade. I said, brilliant. I said, this director right here gets it. And he used such a monumental moment for the Warriors, for the Bay, to once again win that championship, but to use it and to, it was just like, you know what, where I don't know what the predestination is for all of you all, but as a team, you guys are going to definitely do some big things, because if this is the span that you're thinking on, if this is the wave that you're thinking on, I can, and everybody rode the wave with you know, Money and Respect. I can only imagine what's next, you know?
Well, you know, Money and Respect is the first project off of the MC Films brand.
Yes.
You know, and you know, the MC Film brand is something that the whole world should watch out for. You know, it's something that got movies. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming off the brand, but we're more like a family. Like I say, off camera, we really got a strong bond, getting to know each other.
That's
different
beautiful.
cultures, walks of life, different areas to open. So, we really bonded and growing together as the series is coming along too.
Yes.
As we give it to the audience.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. Now let's get into a little bit about your purpose and your passions. When did you discover that acting was something that you were gifted to do?
I would have to say I always had a passion for acting, but it wasn't my first, route to, I guess like the industry or whatever. I actually was an artist. I was doing music, locally, performing out here in Oakland. I did music for a while, what everybody else was doing music. Maybe I probably did music for maybe 2010 to maybe 16.
Okay.
And it was just one of those things that I actually was an extra in a music video one time. A friend of mine and the director of the movie contacted me a couple of years after, and he told me to come out and to read for a role, a movie that he was working with, Marshawn Lynch, titled 100 Blocks. So I actually went out, I read the role. I always wanted to do movies. Like, even when I was doing music, I was always telling people in the studio it's going to be a certain time that I'm really going to transition and try to get into movies because the music game was just so crowded. You know what I mean? It was just so many people, trying to go through one door, the Bay Area was just crowded at the time, so I was always have my mind on something else.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it was just, I guess it just was time. Like, it wasn't first, but it was always in me. It was always something I wanted to do, and I guess it just was time.
Wow. And, with that, so, because there's a lot of brothers and sisters who, they want to get into acting, but, one thing is nerves. See, for me, I get, of course, you get your stage fright and everything like that, but I've always wanted, I like acting. I like, memorizing lines, the stage, and just being able to just go into that realm. A lot of brothers and sisters who watch, the web series or, look at you as a role model, and even the ones that are listening, what are some of the, just a couple tools that you could give them to overcome their fear of stepping into, the industry or taking that, going on that audition? Because even though it was presented to you, you could have easily declined because of fear, but you went out anyway. So what are some tips that you could give them to kind of like get over that spirit of fear?
I would just really just say you got to really believe in yourself. You got to, I know, it's been said, and people may have heard it a million times, and I even laughed when I said it to myself in the mirror. Like, you just really got to believe in yourself. Like, when you was talking about, like, stage fright and everything like that, I actually went through that when I began with music, performing on stage. And, after, I kind of, like, walked away from music, I laughed about it. I was like, I go to auditions, and I'm like, I'm not shy anymore because I had already went through that with music. I had already looked at myself in the mirror, and I said, this is what I want. I have nothing to lose. This is just what I want.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you got to just get to the point that, if that's what you want to do, for the ladies and the gentlemen that's out there that's listening, you got to just look at yourself in the mirror and just say, what do you have to lose? You know what I mean? If you don't take that step forward, you're just going to be in the same position that you're in. So, you know what I mean? It comes to a point that, the self, the person just gets tired and just takes that leap.
Yes.
Hopefully they take that leap.
Yes.
And I eventually took that leap. I was just tired. I was just like, it doesn't matter. I have nothing to lose. Like, I want to be in movies. This is something that I really, really want to do. And if I don't get the role, then I just don't get it. But I'm not just going to go. I'm going to go. I'm going to show up. I'm going to do my best. I'm not going to be shy. I'm just going to just let it all out. You know? And being social, I stay social, I stay outside, getting to know people in the city. You always want to build a comfort zone. Comfortability is something good too. You want to be comfortable where you are. You want to have a support group. So being social is something that you want want to do, most definitely. You know, I stay talking to a lot of people just about a whole bunch of things. Like, it can be sports, politics, you know, fashion. It can just be a whole bunch of things. I just like to just, you know, get to know people, you know what I mean, and learn something from a person. And it just makes the environment and, you know what I mean, everything around you just more easier when you have an understanding of what's going on. And it kind of makes it easier for you to step into your environment and at a certain angle, knowing how you're going to attack your goal. You got to understand everything that's going on around you. So, yeah, being social, talk to the people in your city. You know what I mean? If you're a musician, get to know the DJs. Don't be antisocial.
Yes.
If you're a model, if you're an actor, get to know the film directors and the photographers. You know what I mean? Just build relationships. Okay?
I appreciate you for sharing that because, you know, I think about the industry and, you know, I was doing some reading and just before you called in, I had just played DMX stage version, a cappella version, if you will, of the industry. His his thoughts on the industry and everything. And I think about how there are so many brothers and sisters who have this talent to act, who have the talent, you know, with being able to memorize lines, or whether it's improvisation or if it's playwriting or film directing and everything. And then there's this barrier called quote unquote racism and, you know, feeling slighted, you know, several people going out for that one role and it only being given to the same old. What is your perspective on the fight for that one role, you know, with there being several actors and black actors in Hollywood, but the slim pickings of the roles and the competition?
Build your own platform. I mean, you know, I'm a strong believer in, you know, doing for self and building your own platform, and that's something about the MC film brand too. You know, my brother Lamar Lomack, you know, he's from Oakland, African American. We got a lot in common. You know how we grew up. You know the things that we grew up with, politics in our city. You know what I mean? So we got a lot in common. You know what I mean? We realized that we're all at a time right now where, you know, we can all set our own platform. You know what I mean? I think that's what a lot of people should do. You know, if you feel like you're in a situation that you're getting discriminated on and everything, you got to just take a step back. I believe in just analyze the whole scene.
Yes.
And see exactly what you can do. You know, a lot of times, you know, we're all capable of doing each other's job. You know, and somebody can be an actor tomorrow if they overcome their fears.
True.
I probably can be a college professor if I go ahead on and start taking some classes and just reformularize my schedule and start going to school. You know what I mean? So we can all do what we want to do if we just set our minds to it. So we really don't need anybody.
Yes.
I know a lot of people. I know a lot of actors, you know, just throughout, you know, the West Coast and here, San Diego, LA. They go through a lot of things, and confidence, like I said, believing in yourself.
Yes.
A lot of people rather stand in the line and be told what to do than take the chance to actually be the leader to, you know, point the team to the, you know, direction that they feel like you're going. So
that's so true.
Crazy, you know, you have to believe in yourself. I tell my friends all the time that's going through, you know, discrimination. They feel like they're getting discriminated. I say, set your own platform, man. Why do you need them?
Got to. And the thing about it is, a lot of times, you know, we get comfortable in the familiar, and that's where you miss out on so much. A lot of times you're in the familiar, but then right before you is this mountain, and on the other side of the mountain is everything that you want to have access to that will activate your passion and your purpose. But some people don't want to climb. Some people are afraid of heights. Some people are afraid to leave behind mama in them. You know what I'm saying? Or some people are afraid, you know, that they may get over on the other side and fail. You know, but a lot of times what blocks us from being absolutely above average is that fear and that last mountain, you know. And for the industry, as such, and like you said, I believe you said it best. We are in a time where you can set your own platform, and you can put out your own brand. You know what I'm saying? But I think that a lot of times people are, there's that word again, fear. Nobody wants to climb that mountain. They're always considering, other people. But I just want to say this to the listening audience. First of all, you are listening live, everybody, to Coming to the Stage. My special guest is, in fact, Amir, like I promised you all. This is the Sister Speak show. I just wanted to say that a lot of times, our brothers and sisters hate on each other. And,
I just was about to say, you gotta support each other.
Yes.
That's very big. We have to support each other.
We have to. But the thing about it is, a lot of times, the reason why some of us have trouble supporting others is because you're not activated. You're literally not activated. And this is no dig, but I have to encourage you all by first pointing out what the issue is. You're not activated in your passions. You're upset and almost feeling probably depressed with where you are because you know that you are really much more and have much more to offer. But you're stuck. And you're stuck because your mind is in captivity. And in order for everybody's minds to come out of captivity, you're going to have to get activated. Some of you right now are in situations like, why is this happening? Why do I keep on getting written up at my job? Because it's time for you to move on into that new thing. And the only way that you can get pushed out is it's going to have to be an orchestrated circumstance that moves you out. But a lot of times we hate and we don't congratulate, we don't support our brothers and sisters because we don't have anything going on right now. And you just got to call it out. But you can have stuff going on. You too, because God is not a midget. I mean, seriously, brothers and sisters, a lot of us hate because you're not doing anything. And you're not doing anything with what was put inside of you. And that's the problem. And so if we could get into what we're supposed to do, if we could start, working wherever we're at. This is a true story. When I started back doing artwork, I didn't have the type of utensils that I have now. But I started with what it was. Some of us don't want to start on the first rung of the ladder. You want to start all the way at the top. And it doesn't work like that. Sometimes the elevator is not going to work in your life. You're going to have to take the stairs. And instead of taking the stairs, you want to sit there and complain because you see somebody else who might be taking the elevator. I said all that to say this to my brothers and my sisters. We are extremely talented, extremely gifted. I could go on and on about the village. But I could also say this about the village. We sometimes are a threat to our own people. I don't understand why, out of all the people, why we lack unity. Unity, not no we shall overcome unity. I'm talking about I got your back. Like, I support you. Like, come over here and pick up this flyer and go pass this around for me. No problem. But the issue is a lot of our brothers and sisters are not happy with themselves. And so it just comes out on, those who are doing what they got to do. So let's not hate everybody. Let's change our attitude about people's altitude. And let's get in flight so we won't be hating. Because I'm going to tell you this. The eagles cannot hear ants on the ground.
Right.
Okay. All right. Okay. You sparking this dialogue, and I appreciate that, Amir, because I love it.
Spare time out here in Oakland, we barbershop talk, we talk about stuff like this all the time. So
I love it. I appreciate you. And you know what? I just wanted to say to you and to the entire crew, what today does for me. The fact that the Sister Speak show has been, makes it a year yesterday that my show has been on the air.
I saw that. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much. And, I just wanted to say what I love about this for my brothers and my sisters is this. Every time you come on the Sister Speak show, we have an international listening audience. And when I say international, I completely mean that. All right, let me just run this so you can know where MC Films, where Money and Respect, and all of the other web series that will come off of the brand of MC Films, where this is getting to today. Okay, we're talking about Spain, Liberia, Ghana, Lao People's Democratic Republic. We're talking Germany, the United Kingdom, Kyrgyzstan, Libyan Arab. Now this is a long one right here. Libyan Arab Jamahaya and Canada. Okay?
Congratulations once again.
That's for us. That's all of us. That's a win for everybody. We all winning. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I love. It's just like we are definitely a passport podcast. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's what I love. And so shout out to everybody, all my international listeners. And you have to spread the word about this interview. Tell all of your people to listen so you all can then go on YouTube and check out this web series. Because look, it's obvious that they getting Wi-Fi out there. They getting Wi-Fi out there.
Respect on YouTube, most definitely. The season is actually coming to an end. The season finale, August 10th, but season 2 is around the corner.
Yes.
So I got the time to catch up.
Yes.
Most definitely Money and Respect on YouTube.
Yes. And he plays Brian, brothers and sisters, and you will get to see him go through the web series. And you know what? And the thing about it was, when I saw it, I decided to, I screenshotted all of the characters, right? I'm like, I'm going to follow, because I haven't followed everybody. I'm like, I'm going to follow all of the characters, right? They're going to be like, who is this? And I'm going to be like, because I wanted to interview everybody. I'm just like, I got to talk to you. I want to talk to you. And the reason why is because everybody has a wonderful story to tell. And you never know who comes on this show who's going to really reach somebody by what they said, And a lot of times we go through this life and we want people to recognize us, not on no vain type stuff, not on no, it's all about me, just on, we all want to be appreciated. We all want people to be able to look at us and say, you know what, good job, great job. You got that going on over there and that's wonderful. It really just comes down to encouragement. And because we have been, a lot of us, everybody struggles. And we all have seen some things and experienced some things that are real. And sometimes you can experience what's called, I don't feel like anybody cares for me. I don't feel like anybody really loves me. I feel like it's just me in this world by myself. And so why I wanted to interview everybody and why I choose to interview my brothers and sisters is because I care. And because it is about making the known known. And why do we have to idolize the same old celebrities when there are millions of talented, dope, beautiful kings and queens roaming this earth that got it going on, but we focus on the same olds. I can't do it, Amir. So my goal, you feel me? My goal is to make sure that the entire village is counted for. The entire village.
Okay.
You feel me?
I feel you. I appreciate that most definitely.
Thank you. So that's what it's about with, me wanting to, follow everybody. I was like, I really support these brothers and sisters, and everybody needs to hear, great job. You got it going on. You need to be encouraged because the mental the mentals, just even being able to leave out the house with your mentals together. You know what I'm saying? For a world where you don't know what's coming which way, but if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. You know what I mean? And you got your wits about you. But, you know, we all want to be able to walk out of our house and be able to breathe and not have to be holding our breath trying to figure out what's about to happen next.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
You know? So I wanted to ask you, Amir, about what I saw and what everybody saw worldwide was, and you know, this is on you. You don't have to speak about it if you don't want to, but I just wanted to get your perspective on what's the energy like ever since the murder of Nia Wilson and what took place on the BART station, on the BART train that day, with that attack. You know, what was the vibe like that day?
Oh, wow. That day?
Yeah.
Well, the vibe was real. It was a lot of tension. It was tension. It was confusion from some. It was just, you know, some people, as some say, were stuck. You know what I mean? Like, some people didn't know what to do. They just, you know, some people was like standing in the neutral zone. Some people were confused and scared. Some people was very, very frustrated. So it was just like it just was all in the air. Like, you know, I actually didn't know what was going on because it happened at like 9:30, 9:45 at night.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And, you know, I was actually out. You know what I mean? But, you know, I have a relative that stay in that area. And I go to the BART station, happened kind of like in the, you know, borderline North Oakland, West Oakland area. You know the area.
Yeah.
And I was just in the area driving around. It was just like a weird vibe just through the air. Just outside, just like a weird vibe, just real quiet, just real eerie. You know. And then when I found out what was going on, you know what I mean? You know, the next day, a few hours, you know, into the next morning when the manhunt was on for the murder, actually, that's when, you know, it was like really crazy. Like, you know what I mean? You damn near thought like a war was going to break out in the streets. You know, local Instagram was going crazy. I don't think I know the man address that popped up all on the Instagram, and people were just trying to, you know, it was just crazy.
It is. Yeah. And so, you know, because it just made me think. It made me think, okay, like, you know, riding the BART train, riding the subway, especially New York's subway system is notorious for, you know, it's like get on it it's on you if you get on there. You know what I mean? It's like it's just like you should be able to ride public transportation without any issue. But you know, I was just thinking like when that took place, immediately, okay, we got his picture, which we should know who the assailant is, you know, what's going on. You know, he does need to be apprehended. This is dangerous for sure. Now, Nia Wilson being a sister, you know, it brought out the communities, you know, and what I wanted to say was just your perspective, why is it that this same type of willingness to come forward and point out who the assailant is, why is it that does not apply for the whole, you know, snitches get stitches? Because I feel like we could probably bring a lot of people to that have been, you know, who are guilty of such crimes as that to, you know, to quote unquote justice, for lack of better terms, you know. But why do you think that? What's the difference between that and being able to point out an assailant that is, let's just say, not a brother? Like I don't understand it. I'm just trying to figure out like how come we can't solve all the crimes.
Okay, so are you saying like why did the community like get behind them and point them out?
Well, no, I know why.
They get arrested or?
Well, I know why the community did that. I'm just saying now, why can't that same community get behind all the other murder victims and the ones who have been the victims of crimes within the community and get behind those victims?
Okay, I get what you're saying. I don't know. I don't know. I see exactly what you're saying. And, you know, the only thing that I would have to probably say is
Yeah.
There's a lot of I guess you could say criminal, activity, a lot of, off the radar, a lot of black market activity that goes on off the radar.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, that's a different world that a lot of people don't really tap into.
Mm-hmm.
But the Nia Wilson situation, it was just like, it's an innocent, young lady that's only 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have a person that just, obviously that's not in their right mind.
Right.
And, attacks this young lady with her sister. So I guess that touched everybody's heart, you know what I mean? Just like we all, maybe some of us we all have a mother. We definitely got here, through our mothers. We all have a mother. Some of us have daughters, just close friends, relatives. We all felt that, you know what I mean? So maybe, in the community, there's some things that happen in the community that a lot of people don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of shy away from it, like, I don't know really what happened.
Right.
But that one right there was just like really in your face. Like,
Got you.
Nothing really did happen. I mean, the girl, just was going home. You know what I mean? And you had a crazy man, obviously, like I said, not in his right mind, to attack that young woman with her sister.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was just crazy. Like, you know what I mean? For the community. And then also, you know what I mean? For public transit, it's just like, what is going on right now? Where are we at?
Right.
Like, what's going on?
Right. And it's really, like I said, it's sad to see it, and it's just like, then it just promotes that whole thing of fear. One thing I wanted to talk to you about, Amir, I just want to say I really appreciate you. You're very intelligent, very articulate, and I appreciate, you coming to the stage. Like, you really have blessed the Sister Speak show in a mighty way.
Thank you.
Of course. One thing I wanted to ask, you're welcome. One thing I wanted to ask you is about the brothers in Oakland. And it you live in Oakland, but, really just an overall, all over. But why are the brothers becoming extinct? Why are the kings killing the kings?
Why are the kings killing the kings?
Or is it because, do they not know that they're kings? Do they not know? Like, what is it?
Yeah, I believe, like I say, a lot of it has to do with not knowing. You know what I mean? Not knowing your worth. Feeling like, you're an outcast, you belong on the outskirts, and, feeling like that lifestyle that was presented to you is for you and the only lifestyle for you. You know what I mean? It's somewhat of like, mental enslavement. That I feel like a lot of people, may be under, depending on how they view the world, some of their daily activities, some of the ways that they go about their goals, depending on how they, how they do. There could be, and so there could be some cloudiness up there. You know what I'm saying? There could be some cloudiness up there.
Yeah.
So definitely, like I say, I think, and it's also, like I say, what's being presented. I believe on purpose, to a certain demographic, to a certain group of people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? With the music and the movies.
Yes.
So that's why, even in our West, there's just always a message.
Yes. Indeed.
When they reenact everything real, we also tell the real consequence. We don't want to just glorify, the streets and don't tell you both sides of the coin. We just want to give you an option. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So, it's just, I believe that's what's really going on. You know what I mean? Especially with, the younger generation, the kids and their teens. Like, you know what I mean? It's definitely a lot going on.
Yeah.
You gotta just watch what people are being influenced by. It's just the influences and what's definitely being placed in front of them.
No, I agree. And I used to teach school, and I used to teach continuation school, and I taught junior high, and I always went into the communities that nobody else wanted to work in. And one of the things that I did, and I'm proud of this for sure, is that I was an English teacher, but I didn't teach that. I taught how to survive, okay? I taught social skills. I'm not about to give these babies, because I consider them to be babies. I'll be 42 on the 26th of this month. I'm not about to give these babies some old, fugazi old type of whatever, because once they hit the streets, they need to know how to live. And a lot of them were really just suffering from lack of attention, hungry, okay? Literally hungry, like stomach growling. The night before, having witnessed some traumatic events, seeing domestic violence for the first time, seeing a dead body, having to deal with grandpa trying to get into the bedroom, on the late night. When I left from teaching, one of the teachers had asked me to come back to do some motivational speaking. And I said, the only way I'll come back is, under some certain conditions. I gave her the conditions. She said, okay, no problem. So when I said, but this is what I need you to do. I need you to have them write down, on a piece of paper, we'll fold it up, keep it private, 3 things that they want to know about, questions that they have, and if anything is going on, for them to write it down on a piece of paper. Amir, when she got off work, she came by my house and dropped off about 3 to 4, maybe about 5 Ziploc bags full of, notes from all the classes. And I read them. I'm going to tell you, I cried for an hour and a half, because what I read on those notes was some of the most traumatic. It was bad. It was bad. And I was just like, you get to a point where it's like, who's looking after these babies, right? Like, who is protecting them? Who's feeding them? Who is pouring into them? Because it is one thing to come together and holler at somebody and get somebody's number, and you go home and you have sex, and here comes a baby. Okay? But, then what? Because now I got to teach that child, that knows that they're not wanted necessarily. So when I read these notes, right? Child molestation. How do I get my grandfather to stop trying to have sex with me? These are 8th graders. Okay? 8th graders. All kind of stuff. And it just really just honed in on the fact that a lot of adults, a lot of young men who are in their 20s or 30s or even in their teens, they are suffering deep down inside because they need attention, they need love, they need wisdom, they need to know that they are wanted and appreciated. Because if I don't, like you just said, if I don't value myself, why would I value the next man that looks like me?
Right.
So, and then the powers that be, the colonizers laugh because you're doing their dirty work. We'll go ahead and do the gentrification. We'll let you do the murdering and get them out that way. And then we'll do the gentrification on this side. So it's an easy sweep.
It's funny that you said gentrification, because when you asked me the question earlier, I was going to say, well, gentrification got all the brothers out of Oakland, first of all. But yeah,
Yeah.
It's like I say, it's just the lifestyle that's just presented that a lot of people feel like, okay, maybe this is the only option.
Yeah.
But I just think it's just, it's just all what you know.
It is.
So it's just, each one teach one.
Yes.
If like it says, if every messenger of God spreads the message, so no better, tell your man what's going on. That's all that you can do. You can't force nobody, you can't make nobody do anything, but you can for surely, lead by example. Like me, before the acting career, coming I couldn't always focus on my situation. You know what I mean? Because I knew I wasn't in the worst situation that can be possibly going on at that time.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I will always lend advice, you know what I mean, to my partner that's next to me, you know what I mean, call and check up on my people, you know what I mean? We're you know, still sharpen steel.
Yes.
But I help them, they help me, you know what I mean? Communication, like one thing that has changed is just like the brotherly love, though.
Good.
You know, we got to get back to, you know what I mean, talking to one another and just, you know, checking up and just loving each other, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean, really being partners, really being brothers, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't really grow up, you know, having brothers. I grew up having sisters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And, you know, and it was more females in my family that dominated the males. So, you know, eventually my partners became real valuable to me. I mean, and it was crazy. Like, it was crazy that a lot of young men at the time that I was kind of growing up, we came up the same type of way, single family home, you know, maybe a lot of males not around, more females, so we needed each other.
Yes.
You know what I mean, so it was more like, you know what I'm saying, we pulling each other through. I don't really see that no more. So, you know what I mean, that needs to definitely come back. Like, you know, I see people, it's more like a rat race to the top. I don't really know what the top is. You know what I mean? Like, don't even explain to me, but I just be like, everybody just, you know, living so fast.
Yeah.
You know, racing so fast, and I didn't see it just being in the city, you know what I mean, that I live in. I didn't see people knock down the same dude that I just saw you 2-3 weeks ago go party with. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, you know, it's definitely the culture and the love have definitely changed. You know, the times always go up and down. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know, it's always good, it's always bad, but I think that the love right now is probably at the worst that we ever kind of seen it in the community. So, you know what I mean? We definitely got to start showing each other more love than hating on each other.
Oh, my
You know
gosh.
what I mean? Like, for sure.
For sure. No, I'm with you. You know, see, the thing is, with the Sister Speak show, one thing that we do, I know that I have to do is, I won't hold back. I call it, if it's an elephant, I'm going to say that this is an elephant. I'm not going to call it a tiger if in fact it's an elephant. So I have to say this to the listening audience and to those who will be listening to this show on demand. It is time out for the murderer to stop being the pallbearer. Okay? We got to stop this.
Yeah.
We've got to get to not even got to get to a point. Like, this has got to stop. The deception and the sneakiness that goes on. Like, I really, really want to say that. You know, a lot of times, you learn a lot about people just through experiences. But the problem is, we see the same signs that are really, really suspicious in people, and we give them too many chances. Now, I don't mind a benefit of the doubt, but it's not called benefit of the doubts, okay? It's called benefit of the doubt. So that means that's one time. That last T stands for time, okay? So we have got to really understand this. When people start to show us that they will sabotage, hate, they'll try to, when, you know, if you bring a female around, next thing you know, he's the comedian and he's trying to salt on your game because all the females are around. You're like, who is this cat? Because just a minute ago, you was cool, but now you over here putting on for the females. You know, you got to watch those type, you know?
I mean, like I say, things have definitely changed. Like I say, just the way how we just communicate and we get down the rules, there aren't anymore.
None.
You know what I mean? And when you playing a game and everybody say this is a game, you know, when you playing a game without no rules, it can get a little crazy. Because at any time, anything can happen. Like if you out there playing basketball, there ain't no rules. That means that they can just be in the center of the floor.
For sure.
Squabbing it out like they playing hockey. Like if it ain't no rules that in place, something definitely is going to get out of hand. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get too random.
Oh, yeah.
And like I say, just everything that you listed and like how it really affects the community is just, It's crazy.
And
Overnight, it kind of changed. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, see, yeah, you're right about that, and I appreciate that. One thing, you gotta call it what it is. Because I'm gonna say this. I am here for my brothers and my sisters, and be it that I have, just a couple of years in 4 decades actually being on this earth. That doesn't make me the smartest. I'm still trial by fire. Learn because somebody else told me, and that's just what it is. I'm totally trying to become a better person every day. But the one thing that I know that is really affecting the brothers and really affecting the sisters, oh, here it comes, everybody. Please fasten your seatbelts, but I gotta say it. Y'all are too horny. Y'all are too horny. Sex has taken over. And hear me on this. Sex has created a lot of funerals.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that because I just had a debate, with a friend of mine, and you know how dudes get when we get into a debate, it can get kind of heated.
Yeah.
So he actually, I think we debated probably like 4 or 5 days ago. I just seen him today. I just seen him the day before the interview, so we probably talked. So, what he basically was telling me was sex sells.
It does.
And I was just kind of like, that's corny to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, you need to have sex all in your web series. I'm like, bro, that's corny to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really, as far as like entertainment, as far as like when I was doing music and I'd be in the studio with artists, as soon as a dude come in the studio and it's just like all you talking about is just, you sucking your thing and you did this and I'm just like, bro, you just lost me, like, you know what I mean? Like, cause I don't really need to hear that,
Real
what I'm saying?
talk.
It's a time and a place for everything, you know what I'm saying? Yes. It's just like I come from a time where I grew up on Nas, J.B., like, I grew up on like real people that tell you like the story. And I mess with today's hip hop and all everything like that, but it's just like, when you only use one piece of your brain and you only focus on one thing, you know what I'm saying? Everything else is dark. Like I say, it's just dumbing down a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, that's just, for me just to want to produce sex scenes and for me just to want to just, you know what I'm saying, just promote sex in any type of way. It's kind of corny after a while.
It is.
It's kind of, the same thing.
It is. And that's the easiest way for the devil to be able to hook you. And see, the thing is, sex should really be something that you could only have with a license. I mean it, because everybody ain't authorized to do it. And the thing about it is, for me, I was saying it overall is because I think, just seeing people chase vagina, chase penis all day long, it's just like at some point, you're whack because you.
There used to be a time where certain dudes only got it.
Real talk. No, that is so true.
It was a privilege. You know what I mean? Everybody doing that. I mean,
it's real talk.
It was kind of like you knew your place. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't everywhere. Like, you get on
real
Instagram,
talk.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Looking sometimes like, what is this person doing? Like,
yes.
It's just like,
yes.
It's just the end thing. It's just the thing to do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you.
Like smoking weed, it's just like the end thing to do.
Right. Well, there's some people who, they smoke weed because, they just doing it. And there's other people who smoke weed because it keeps them from killing people. Hello.
Right. And then you got, because like I say, you always have players. You always have people that knew how to communicate in a certain type of way that you didn't have to let the whole entire world, you know what I mean?
Right.
Know what you was talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really have to send me a picture, you know what I'm saying, with you in your bikini. You can just send me a text and let me know it's good. Like, we grown. Like, you don't really have to, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it like a lot of stuff be so elementary. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, the game has turned real elementary.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's gotten too basic and elementary.
Yes, it
Like,
has.
it is kind of crazy.
It is
Like,
crazy.
I'm a laid back guy. Like, you know, when I go to the club, you know, it got to be about business, really. You know, like I said, the club vibe really ain't the same no more. You know, I don't really like to get dressed
Mm-hmm.
and stay up all night for people not to be social, for people just to be standing on the wall on Instagram and on Facebook Live. I'm like, I ain't paying my money for this. This is crazy.
It is. You know what? It's so funny because, you know, when I was partying back in the days, like, I partied hard for 4 straight years, like, all up and down the coast, you know. But the beautiful thing was, you don't know it if I don't tell you.
Right.
Because in my time, you know, we were in the 2 ways. We had cell phones, but we were still trying to figure out text messaging. You know, they didn't come with camera phones, and you know, it was just a different vibe. So to see everything be, every second is recorded, every minute is recorded. I have never in my life seen so many people do the work for the FBI. The FBI comes into work, they log on, and they say, look at this shit. Look at this shit right here.
Yeah, I hate that. Like,
you know?
Everything has to be recorded.
Yeah.
Like, I just told my partner the other day, stop recording every damn thing. That's crazy.
Yes, because, like, we have to understand this. We don't need to see all your pounds of weed. I mean, I'm glad for you. Looks like you got a nice stash.
Somebody might, police might be at the door.
But how many people keep getting jacked by the police because they posted on the gram? You know, we got to think about this. Like, you know, they are watching. They are definitely watching. And now there are some people who are targeted. Like, one thing that the FBI does is that they have a tracker. And so what they do is that when they listen to notorious rap music or gang music or stuff like that, they're listening for certain words, certain trigger words that will then lure, like, kind of like bait them into whoever this artist is. What is his affiliation? Where is he from? Okay, he's saying this, that, and the third. And there are a lot of rappers who have gotten jacked by the police based off of their lyrics. Now, this is the cold part. There are some rappers that when the police came to their door, they found nothing because they were studio gangsters. What did you just say? Shots fired. Okay? You ain't got no dope. You ain't got no dope. You ain't got no chicks. You ain't about that life. You a studio gangster. But the whole point is that we live in a time where everybody is filming everything. So I can see all your weed. I can see all your money. Okay. I can see your breakfast. And I just got to call it out. And I'm a woman, but I got to say this to the sisters because I think some of the brothers might feel me on this one. Look. You don't know what you look like by now. Do you not know what you look like by now? There are only so many Kimmy Kardashian looks that you can have when you go live. And some of you sisters got to stop with the, I don't know why everybody's all in my DMs. That's because you're busting it wide open on live. That's why you're twerking it nonstop. That's why they are in your DMs. And it's just like, you know, it's rough. It's rough, Amir. I don't understand because these sisters sit here and they put themselves in a position for a certain type of culture to be attracted to them. The rape culture, the lack of respect culture. Now, some women, because I'm not a feminist, I'm going to say that out loud. I believe in the natural roles of a woman and a man. So I got to say that. I am not with the...
equal rights.
I'm not with equal rights. How could I be with equal rights when man was created first?
Okay.
I'm with love thy neighbor as thyself.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying to you? Because there are things that I cannot do because I was not created to do them. I'm a woman. I'm of man. That's what woman means, of man. You are a man. There are things that you can do, Amir, that I could never do because I was not created to lead.
Hey, I mean, I'm just saying, I can't say that.
But I can.
I can't say that.
But you can. But you know what, though? You can. Because you are a man. You are a man.
Most definitely.
You are a man. You
One
are...
thing I wanted to say real quick, when you were talking a couple minutes ago about just how the generation is out in social media.
Uh-huh.
Oakland, like I was saying earlier, we got a big reputation, but it's a small place. And we actually, I think you said, I forgot when you told me that you moved up to Dallas, but we went through a wipeout, from maybe 2005, we were averaging maybe 120 murders a year.
Ooh.
And that spurt went until maybe 2010.
Oh, wow.
So it took out, you got to just account the people that lost their lives and then the people that, got thrown into jail and prison, I meant to say, for those murders. So,
yes.
Oakland is definitely, has a weird age gap. People on the streets, you know what I mean? I'll be 32, August 15th.
Okay.
It's just you got people that, the oldest G on the streets now is 24. You OG in Oakland, you 24.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you know what I mean? If people come visit, our social scene is kind of weird because our age groups, you drive to the communities, you have a whole bunch of teenagers, then you got the people in their 20s, maybe up to 27, and then 26, 27 at the most, and then it jumps to maybe 45. Where's those 30-year-olds? So for me to say that, it's just when I was growing up in the 90s, there was people pointing you in the right direction.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It was people pulling you back.
Right.
It was people pointing you in the right direction. The community has lost the big sister, the big brother, you know what I mean? The big homie that's outside telling you how to move, telling you how to conduct yourself. So, you know what I mean? When you see a whole bunch of stuff that's going on right now outside, that you and I might be like, are you serious? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes it make me mad. I'll be like,
for sure.
Damn, he just got caught up on Instagram. The young boy was doing good, but he was so silly. You know what I mean?
Right.
Damn, you know what I mean? He done got thrown in jail now for that. And it's just like you said, we got so much talent, and we so brilliant.
Yes.
But we put our brilliance to the wrong.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Some of these people are so smart, only 20, 22 years old.
Yeah.
Sitting down with hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Right.
Some people even touching $1 million. And it's just too bad that they don't have a mind. And if anybody out there listening that's doing anything, flip some of that and invest.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Open up, you know what I mean? Buy up some real estate, you know what I mean? If there's some retail, going up in your community, wherever you at, buy that up. Open up a community center for the children, a barbershop, a shopping mall, anything. You know what I mean? Invest that money. That's what they don't hear. That's what we was hearing. You know what I mean? That's what we was hearing when we was coming up. We had plans. You know what I mean? We was going to school to pursue certain degrees.
Right.
We was going to high school to get certain, certain scholarships to go to college. You know what I mean? It was we was on a mission. And I think right now it's just kind of random. People really don't know. They living day by day. They trying to put it together day by day. And the best example that they got, unfortunately, is TV and social media. So, I didn't have TV. We wasn't getting influenced off of TV because there was too many people around the community that would snap you out of that real quick. I don't know what you just seen on HBO or on Fox Kids, but that ain't how it's moving.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But now, it's
real talk.
People wake up to social media and they on social media all day long, and that's really reality. You know what I mean? That's really reality, and people is looking at it like, well, I gotta be her to be successful, or I gotta be him to be successful. And it's just like, bro, who were you before you was even put on to these people? Is who I want to know.
Real talk.
You know what I mean? Where that person go? How does that person just get lost?
Ooh.
So, yeah, it's just a lot. You know what I mean? Maybe if I didn't have a big homie
Yeah.
weird. You know what I mean? But definitely.
No, I appreciate that. Brothers and sisters, you are listening live to Coming to the Stage, my special guest, Amir. I'm so excited about this interview. Amir, you are, I knew it. I already knew it. I knew it. I always have phenomenal, dynamic, really intelligent special guests. And, when just from the moment that you called in, you have given the listening audience and definitely me what we need. And that is a great conversation. That's just what it is, a great conversation. And you brought your scuba gear. You were willing to go, down some meters with me, because I like to have conversations underwater. That's where you can get real great, transparent, deep, life-changing conversations.
Most definitely.
And I appreciate just everything about you. Like I had already told you, you're articulate. You're very intelligent. I really like to watch, you and the rest of the crew in action and everything. And I just appreciate the fact that, you being a strong brother coming on, this platform and speaking to the audience, because it allows people who may have unnecessary stereotypes. It may allow people who may have just been blindly taught things. It gives them an opportunity to look and say, you know what? I need to change my way of thinking. I need to really start supporting. Let me go ahead and follow these brothers and sisters. Let me go ahead and support MC Films. Let me see how I can, really help, support the brand. And the reason why I think that, the reason why I said that is because, I can all day long tell the listening audience that I met this wonderful king named Amir. He does this, that, and the third. And we had a great conversation, and these are some of the things that he said. But for you to come on and for them to hear your voice, it just adds to the authenticity of real talk, And
most definitely. I love to talk too. Like I said, it's me every day. I'm always talking about something.
Yeah.
Gotta be real, gotta be good, but we for sure pinching at the brain.
Yes.
Like to talk.
Yes. And one thing that every time you learn something new, you get a wrinkle in your brain. And that's why our brains look the way that they look. They have several wrinkles. Now, this is to the listening audience. And I know I have a very intelligent listening audience, but if your brain is smooth, there's a problem. Okay, that is the only place where wrinkles are okay. Okay? They may not be cool in your khakis. They may not be cool in your jeans. They may not be cool on your face. But wrinkles are most definitely...
You want tons of wrinkles.
The more wrinkles, the better. Okay? So, one thing that I wanted to say that I really don't like, and this is really to the state of California and the powers that be in California, be it that I used to live there. I really don't appreciate California. I don't appreciate how you do the people that live there. Well, what do you mean, Ayana? This is what I mean. The way that you have set up the houses on top of each other, the way that you don't give people enough space to have a front yard and a backyard, the way that you have put thousands of dollars on people's mortgage and their rent, when you can come to Texas and get the same house for 3/4 of that price, less than. I don't understand why you all have people paying rent that is just absolutely absurd. Why people are having to, literally look at the calendar and not all, but some have to live check by check and loan by loan and this and that. The state of California and what you have done to the people is absurd. And it is sad that the homelessness, okay? The fact that, like where I live, they don't allow that out here. You don't see I live in Cedar Hill. It's all in Dallas County, but you have to go into Dallas, right? To see it, or you may have to go into, South Dallas. But the whole point is the taxpayers' money, the money out here, you can see it being spent. People can live out here. Why is it, California, that people have to struggle in such a manner as to where they have to resort to other means just to survive? I know why. It's because you make so much money off of your prison systems. It's because there's so much money in the medicine for the people who have mental illnesses. It's a really nasty game that you're playing, California, at the expense of humble people. Not everybody, but a majority of people just want to live. They just want to live. And so with gentrification...
It's been kind of crazy though for a while though, since,
yeah.
was the governor. So
yes.
when Schwarzenegger was the governor, it's been pretty crazy for a minute. You know what I mean? And I think gentrification is hitting pretty much around the world, but it's definitely hitting California but the Bay Area.
Right.
I can't really say. I got a couple of people, a few friends that are scattered through LA and SoCal, and it's not really hitting Southern California like it's hitting Northern California. Northern California is really, really getting beat up. So it's unfortunate, it's an uncomfortable situation. The living situation is definitely an uncomfortable situation.
Definitely.
Because it's just, I'm not used to not having any space.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Just getting Oakland always used to, you used to be, you used to have your privacy, you used to have your certain areas that was
right.
Just certain parts of Oakland that was cool and exclusive. And now it's just like, dang, everything that changing. This is really my home right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really, from the city of Oakland. And I'm just like, yeah, it's something sad to see that, the people that I came up with, some people, unfortunately, cannot hang on because of the price hike. But like I tell you, this is everyday conversation. I was already saying this back in maybe 2015. It's going to be nothing but a status quo to be in Oakland. You know what I mean? They're going to surely, go after your wallet and they're going to go after your purse. So I'm just like, yeah, most definitely. It's just crazy. It's an ongoing thing. It's a definitely hustle. I think San Francisco was number one in the United States with the highest rent. And the city that I live in, Oakland, California, was number 5.
Gosh.
Yeah, Oakland made number 5 in the United States. The most expensive. So San Francisco was number 1.
See,
for those that don't know, that's just 10 miles away from me. San Francisco is 10 miles away from Oakland. So yeah, it's pretty expensive over here.
Right. Yeah, I just really just want to say to everybody that lives in a town, everybody that lives in the town, in just the Bay Area, just everybody who is experiencing several seasons of how am I going to make it? How am I going to get through? How is this going to change? I'm going to say this, and this is real talk. Prayer changes things, and put a plan in motion. But I just want you to be encouraged, may you be fed, may you be filled, may your rent be paid. I know a lot of you all have, we all have financial struggles are across the board for many people. Even wealthy people have financial struggles because a lot of them are really on the verge of experiencing foreclosures and so much because they're so busy trying to keep up with the people behind the gated communities that it's just really ridiculous. But to my people in California, I really am praying that your faith not dwindle and that great opportunities come for you, whether they are in California or abroad. Sometimes you've got to move in order to grow. Sometimes you've got to stand still and grow inside of your mind. Whatever the remedy is, I just really hope that it gets better because, having lived out there for so long, I know what that is. And I just hate to see that struggle, like that. And I just wanted to share this, Amir, before we transition and you get ready to tell everybody how they can get in touch with you and everything. I really don't want to, end this interview because you really, really are a podcast host dream. I love talking to people who love you, who know how to have a great conversation. But I just want to say this to my people. And when I say my people, understand this. I know that my people are the Mexicans, okay? I know that my people also are the Native Americans, okay? I know that we all make up what's called the 12 tribes of Israel. Pause. Now, I want everybody who heard me say the 12 tribes of Israel to look that up. And don't say anything else. Just look that up. Just look it up to everybody who I just said Native American, the Mexicans, and to the brothers and sisters. You just look that up. Okay, now with that being said, I want you all to realize that this world that we do live in does not care. And in California, some of you may know and some of you may not know. I want you to do your research. Now, when I share knowledge like this, sometimes it can be so powerful that people will listen to and say you're being weird or she's talking crazy because it's the unknown. But you just do your own research. In California, in the redwoods of California, the redwoods, Northern California, everybody, is a place called Bohemian Grove. Bohemian Grove. Everybody who is listening to this podcast this evening, you need to Google Bohemian Grove. And you need to read what the cremation of cares is. And then you need to also look at the people, the men only. The men only. It's a white male only thing. I mean, if you happen to be president and you happen to be of color, you will be at the redwoods because they all go to Bohemian Grove. And I want you to look at the ceremonies, the rituals that take place. And then I want you to start adding things up. And then you will begin to understand why this world is the way it is. Why politicians don't care. Why not all politicians are for you. Why this world is crumbling and going through what it goes through. I want everybody to take the time out to research the place that all of the politicians go to in Northern California, Bohemian Grove, and what they do there. It's going to blow your mind. Now, because I said that makes me a threat to some people. But I know that I have no fear because I know that the Most High God does look after me. With that being said, y'all need to do your research so you'll know, because the biggest dummy to them, I'm not calling anybody a dummy, but the dummy to them is the one who doesn't want to learn, who doesn't want to know. So you find out what's really going on and start piecing things together. Find out who you really are. What's your real nationality? What's your real name? Where do you really come from? That will give you the power to understand why you are regal, why you are kings, why you are queens, why you don't have to feel the way somebody has told you need to feel about yourself. We have got to get to a point to where we read. And if you don't know how to read, I'm not making fun of anybody. Get to some classes where you can learn. Have somebody teach you. But until then, listen to the audio videos that explain information so you won't be without the knowledge that you need to fight. And that's real talk. We suffer because we, number one, don't even know who we are. We not niggas. We not. Some of us can be at times. But who are you truly? What is your original name? Where do you really come from? What is Bohemian Grove? You know? And that's why I won't go into it anymore. I want everybody to do their homework and get at me. Chat with me later on. Email me at thesisterspeakshow@gmail.com, about that. But there's a reason why California experienced the certain type of hell that it experiences. There's some stuff that's going on that is of another world at that place. And when you read it, when you research it, Amir, I want you to holler at me and tell me, just holler at me. And,
I'm definitely gonna get back at you. I was gonna get back at you.
I need you to holler at me and just tell me what you think. You know what I'm saying?
I'm definitely gonna get at you. Definitely.
Good. I appreciate that. You know what? I really want to have you back on my show several times again. I got to have you on here. I want to talk to you some more. Whenever anything is going on with MC Films, the brand, and everything else, you guys are always welcome to use this platform to promote what you guys have going on. I already told you I want to interview the director, and I want to, interview, as many as the cast members as I can. But we are a family. We're connected. We can definitely do some networking. You've got a platform out here in Dallas that, y'all can come to. And, that's just what it is. But this is the time of the show where you get to say all of your shout outs and also leave everybody with, some last words of wisdom. And you get to also tell everybody your social media information and how they can get in touch with you.
Well, first and foremost, I just want to thank God for putting me in this position, giving me the talent.
Yes.
I just want to give a shout out to my city, my whole team, the city of Oakland, California, for standing behind and supporting the MC Films Money and Respect web series that's on YouTube. And I just want to tell everybody this, if you out there chasing a dream or you find yourself in a hard time, just believe in yourself. Like I said earlier in the show, most definitely. Like before I was acting, I was just, regular civilian out here in the city of Oakland going through what everybody goes through.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, honestly, if I can make it and I can find success and I can find my road, staying prayed up, staying close to God, that's definitely the advice that I give you guys and you young ladies out there. And I'm only on Instagram right now. So my Instagram, my IG is that dude, Amir, THAT, dude, AMIIR, and that's my Instagram. And I play the character Brian on the YouTube web series Money and Respect.
Brothers and sisters, isn't he wonderful? Yes! I'm so excited. You know what? I really am. I've been calling you, it's Amir, correct?
Yeah, Amir.
Okay.
Amir.
See, and it's Yana. Okay, I got you. I don't want to jack your name, so it's Amir. Now, how do you feel about people sliding in your direct messages? Because every now and again, you can't tame them all. But, how do you want the sisters to deal with you as far as, direct messages? Because some of them may be like, I told you I don't do messy interviews. So anything that they want to know, they got to ask you that I did not ask. But I am going to ask that, how is that to be handled?
Well, yeah, most definitely. They can most definitely inbox me. They can send me a direct message.
Okay.
I'm pretty much, I'm so busy, with the web series and just with other business, ideas that we got that I only have my Instagram. I feel like Instagram is everything right now.
Yes.
It's like a little bit of Snapchat, so I'm really on there a lot with fan interaction. Mm-hmm. That would be the best way. You know what I mean? I'm not shy at all.
Yes. And
ask me any question, hit me on my DM. It's all good. I let her talk to the people.
I saw some of the questions that people were asking. I was like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of those questions, I was like, wow.
I was like, ooh.
The question is the question. It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, but one thing I wanted to ask is like if somebody wanted to be a part of the brand and they may want to get into acting, like, hey, y'all may want to come out to Dallas and I want to be in it. Okay, I want to. I definitely want to.
We'll come to Dallas too. If you want us to come to Dallas, we'll definitely come up there. I don't know if you do the show in studio, but we'll definitely come to Dallas. It's all good.
Oh, we're definitely getting ready to take the Sister Speak show live on YouTube. So we will be moving everything in studio. I'm in studio right now, but we are definitely taking the Sister Speak show to a serious whole nother level where everybody's going to be able to see the guests from all over the world coming in. I know some people be like, so is it going to be like a Breakfast Club type thing? No. Is it going to be like Vlad? No. It's going to be like the Sister Speak show. Okay? That's what it's going to be like. Okay? So get ready. I definitely want to be able to have you guys. We got to be able to get you in studio. If when I come to Cali, don't let me find out y'all filming.
It's all good. Like I say, we got a webpage.
Yes.
mcfilms.org. So, you can leave your information. We have email contacts. All our contact information is on mcfilms.org. That's our webpage.
Yes. And, like I said, you just never know how we're going to connect, but we all have, met for a great reason. And I just want to say shout out to the entire cast, film and crew, the production, the producer, the vision, the faith, to all of you guys. Great acting. Thank you for keeping us definitely on the edge of our seats, trying to figure out what's getting ready to happen with episode 12. I want to encourage everybody to catch up on episodes 1 through 11 of Money and Respect on YouTube, a great web series full of continuity, full of suspense, great acting. You get to see so many brothers and sisters of color. Brothers and sisters are that. You get to see brothers and sisters really, acting and telling a story. You get to see the city of Oakland, California in a great light, okay? And you just get to see the respect and the hunger for better. And I just want you, everybody all over the world right now, after you listen to this show, you go to YouTube, you go to MC Films, you're going to see Money and Respect. You click on the subscribe, then you click the bell so you can get notifications. Then you
stay notified.
Yes, that's what I did. And then you go on Instagram after you have watched your episodes and you see all of the names of the cast and their information on Instagram. And you support these brothers and sisters, okay? That's what you do. That's how we keep it connected. And you tell other people that are into that type of genre of film and web series, log on, tune in, and support. And that's how we keep it popping. That's how we get this brother and the rest of the crew and the rest, just the whole cast, onto a whole nother level. It starts by us adding to their following, okay? That's just
we create our own platform. We pull each other up. So most definitely,
that's what we do. So I wanted to know, Amir, did you have a good time on coming to the stage on the Sister Speak show?
I most definitely did, and I appreciate it once again for you inviting me on the show. Thank you.
Oh, you are welcome. And I thank you for saying yes. And you know what? Thank you for being extra professional, calling in on time, and just being you. I really appreciate that. And I'm going to send you a copy of this interview. And, we're going to stay connected. And I definitely want to get you on here again. Anything that you all need from me, holla at me, okay?
Definitely, let me know. We will stay connected, and let me know when the next time you want me to come on the show. It'll be all good. I'll always make some time for it.
And so that means I appreciate you on that. That means that when I come to Cali, if I feel like doing a live on location interview, I need to be able to link up with you now.
It's all good. Just let me know when you're going to be on your way back to Cali and we're going to line it up.
Okay. I appreciate you. You know what, Amir? You're a blessing, and may you continue to be excellent. May you continue to be better. May everything in your life increase. May prosperity continue to adorn you. And I'm talking about mental, physical, and financial prosperity. May you continue to love yourself. May you not doubt yourself, but may you every day encourage yourself and others. May there be a mighty hedge of protection around you as well as the entire crew as you all go out and film. And even when you're not filming, just stepping outside of the house, may you all be protected. May you all be kept, and may you all prosper. And that's just what my prayer is for all of you all.
Thank you so much. Likewise, and many blessings to you, Ayana.
Thank you. So this isn't goodbye. This is just simply, I will talk to you later, okay?
I will. Thank you.
Okay, take care. Brothers and sisters, let's give a round of applause for Amir. Brothers and sisters, I want to thank you so much for listening live to Coming to the Stage. I am your host, Ayana, and the time has been well spent. That was an excellent vibe, and I am so glad that you all got to catch that wave. You know, I just want you to be encouraged, and I want you to make sure that you are activated in your purpose, activated in your passions, and that you are encouraging yourself daily. If you are interested in being a special guest on Coming to the Stage or any other segment on the Sister Speak Show, we would love to have you. All you have to do is contact me at the Sister Speak Show at gmail.com, or you can contact me at SGTPGW on Instagram, and you can also reach me on my website at sistergoodthing.com. Click on the contact page and submit your inquiry. I would love to hear from you. I mean that. So listen, I'm here for my brothers and my sisters. I'm here for the village. I am here to highlight. I am here to make the known. Shout out to all of my international listeners. Shout out to everybody who has supported the Sister Speak Show brand. We are 1 year old. That's right. 1 year old. And many more to come. My goal is to bring the Sister Speak Show live to you all, and that's what we are going to do. Stay tuned at SGTPGW for more posts, more clips, and just so much more for this brand. Shout out to the Bay. Shout out to the towns, Hannon. You understand what I'm saying to you? So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and end this show. You tune in live tomorrow. Tomorrow we have The Search Effort live on the Sister Speak Show. The Search Effort, where we focus on survivors, those who have been the victims of a stalking. We focus on issues, I'm going to say scandals, but crimes, and we deal with the disappearance of our brothers and sisters on the search effort. So please tune in because it gets real on that segment. Brothers and sisters, you take care. You be encouraged. And, get activated. You feel me? Yeah. Take care. You be encouraged now. I'll talk to you all later. We're signing off from Dallas County, Texas. The Sister Speak Show coming to the stage. Ayana, until we meet again, I'll talk to you later.